We've used the Mitolo Family Farms chipping potato to prepare these delicious golden brown and crunchy chips. Now all we need to do is load them up.
Absolutely. So we're going to show you our method for loaded fries. Let's get cracking, mate.
We're gonna top our potato fries or chips or whatever you want to call them, crunchy pillows of potato goodness with this delicious little kind of a Mexican mixture. So into our frying pan here, we've got some extra virgin olive oil. Then we're gonna throw in some brown onion, finely sliced, along with our capsicum next as well. Beautiful. So we just want to caramelize our onion here. So medium heat, but always a little bit hotter than you actually want it when you first put something into the pan, okay? Because this onion is cold, it's obviously gonna cool the pan down back to the temperature we want it. So after a minute or so, I'll then bring the temperature down slightly. You've got your potatoes, they're gonna be the slightly salty, crunchy, golden part, and then we're just trying to add that, probably that little bit more kind of rich component to the dish.
Yeah, and the chip's gonna suck up all that beautiful sauce we're gonna make as well, and that's the exciting part here for me.
All right, so let's get that in now as well. Again, leave it on a nice high heat again. So we don't want to knock the heat out, we want to keep it cooking along nice and evenly.
Now, we're going to be using some coriander here to garnish right at the end of the dish. And I know that not everyone loves coriander. You could use basil, you could use flat leaf parsley. So, just going to slice these up, and we're going to use these like an aromatic ingredient in with the onion and capsicum as well. So, chop them up, and they're going to infuse flavour into the dish just like the garlic will. And they're a really good whack of garlic as well. These can just be roughly chopped, throw it into the mix because it is going to fry and then simmer in that sauce as well, so don't spend all day on it. All right, garlic goes in.
These veggies are nice and soft, and you can smell and see that they're starting to get to the point where it's time to add our spices, right? So they're softening, slightly golden, very, very slightly, nice and translucent. So a bit of this smoked paprika, which is ground up capsicum. We didn't want to add it too early because it tends to burn a little bit more.
And we're going to use, obviously at this point in a kind of braised dish, you're going to add a liquid, could be a little bit of stock or something. We're going to use some chopped tomatoes here, a can worth. They're going to go in and stir it all together. So at this stage in the recipe, we do want to simmer it down for a couple of minutes just to make that tomato sauce a little bit richer, a little bit sweeter. So we've gone high heat at the start. We want to caramelize those onions, get those veggies nice and tender. Once you add that tomato, though, it's just gently ticking it away on the stove, 5 or 10 minutes, and we should be ready to add our black beans.
So the mixture is now slightly thicker, but not quite where we want it, which is perfect because we're about to add our beans. So by the time these are warmed through gently, the mixture will be exactly where we want it to be. It'll be slightly thicker, slightly darker, and that rich kind of umami states where it's gone from acidic tomato to rich tomato.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's time to start plating up our loaded chips. So while I do this, you're going to get the garnishes ready, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So a little bit of spring onion. We've of course got those coriander leaves, some lime juice, and a little bit of sliced avocado.
And I'm literally now just going to go straight over the top, and then you're going to come on top with that green, fresh garnish as well. Always got to leave a few clean, crispy, dry potatoes or wedges or chips, whatever you're using, on the side as well for that kind of scooping mechanism too.
Yeah.
Right, you always got to have a few clean ones on the edge.
I feel the word scooping mechanism doesn't get used often enough.
Yeah, it's probably because it's a little weird, but that's all right. We'll go with it, okay? Get some of that avo on top.
Oh, this is an absolute feast. You spoke about freshness before. A little bit of a little squeeze of lime juice at the end just gives a little bit of freshness as well. You're a vinegar and your chip man. I guess it's the same kind of thing. A little bit of sourness, a little bit of extra lime to serve as well. And I reckon the whole family's going to love that one.
I am going to get stuck straight in. Absolutely delicious.